Have you ever wanted to talk to someone, but you didn't know how to start? You see someone interesting, maybe at school, maybe at work, maybe at an event. You want to say something, but your mind goes blank. Your heart beats faster, and you say nothing. If this feels familiar, you are not alone. Starting a conversation is scary for many people, not because they don't know English, but because they are afraid. Afraid of silence, afraid of rejection, afraid of sounding awkward. Today, I want to help you with something simple: how to start a conversation with anyone. And the first thing you need to understand is this: you don't need a perfect sentence. You don't need something impressive. You just need something small, very small. Most conversations don't start with big ideas. They start with simple comments, simple observations, simple questions. The goal is not to be amazing. The goal is to open the door. That's it. Think of a conversation like opening a window. You don't break the wall. You just open it gently. For example, you can talk about the situation around you. Where are you? What is happening? If you are in a class, you can say something about the lesson. If you are at work, you can say something about the day. If you are at an event, you can mention the event. Keep it natural. Keep it light. Another important thing is this: smile. Your face speaks before your words. A small smile makes everything easier. It makes you look open, friendly, safe, and people respond to that. Now let's talk about fear. Many people think, what if they don't want to talk? But here is the truth. Most people are also nervous. Most people are also waiting for someone else to start. So when you speak first, you are helping them too. You are breaking the silence for both of you. And remember, it is not your job to control their reaction. Your only job is to try. That's it. Not everyone will respond with energy. Not everyone will continue the conversation. And that's okay. Starting a conversation is like throwing a small ball. Sometimes the other person throws it back. Sometimes they don't. But that does not mean you failed. It just means it wasn't the right moment. Now, here is something very important. Do not start with pressure. Do not think, I must become friends. I must be interesting. I must say something smart. No, just think, I will say one simple sentence. That's all. One sentence can change everything. And once the conversation starts, it becomes easier. The first sentence is always the hardest. After that, the energy changes. You relax. They relax. And it becomes natural. So your only mission is this: start small, simple, calm. Now let's make this easier. Because many people don't start conversations for one simple reason. They don't know what to say after hello. And that's normal. So here is something important. A good conversation does not start with a big question. It starts with something light. Something easy to answer. When you ask very big questions, people feel pressure. But when you ask small, simple questions, people relax. For example, instead of asking something very personal, you can ask about the moment, about the place, about the activity. Keep it connected to where you are. This makes the conversation feel natural. Also remember this: people love to talk about themselves, their opinions, their experiences, their preferences. So instead of trying to talk a lot about yourself, invite them to speak. Ask open questions. Not questions that only need yes or no. Questions that make them explain a little. And when they answer, really listen. Listening is powerful. If you listen carefully, you will always find something to say next. Maybe they mention something they like. Maybe they mention something they did. You can react to that. You can show interest. You don't need new ideas. You just need to follow their words. Conversations are like a small path. You don't need to see the whole road. Just take one step at a time. Another important thing is your energy. Speak slowly. Breathe. Don't rush your words. When you rush, you sound nervous. When you slow down, you sound confident, even if inside you feel shy. And here is something very honest. Sometimes there will be small pauses. That's okay. Silence is not the enemy. Awkwardness becomes big only when you panic. If there is a small pause, stay calm. Smile. You can even say something simple to continue. It does not have to be perfect. Just has to keep the door open. And remember something very important. Starting a conversation is a skill, not a talent. which means you can practice it. The more you try, the easier it becomes. The first few times may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is growth. Each time you start a conversation, your fear becomes smaller. Your confidence becomes stronger. And slowly, something changes inside you. You stop seeing conversations as scary. You start seeing them as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to connect, to share. Now let's talk about the most important part. Confidence. Not perfect English. Not perfect questions. Confidence. And here is a secret. Confidence does not come before you start. Comes after you start. Many people wait. They think, when I feel confident, I will speak. But confidence grows from action, from trying, from small wins. Each time you start a conversation, even a short one, you prove something to yourself. You prove that you can do it. And that feeling stays with you. Now I want you to remember something very simple. You are not trying to impress anyone. You are trying to connect. That's different. When your goal is to impress, you feel pressure. When your goal is to connect, you feel curious. Curiosity makes conversations easier. Instead of thinking, what should I say next? Think, what can I learn about this person? That small change in mindset makes a big difference. Also, accept that not every conversation will be amazing. Some will be short. Some will feel a little awkward. Some will end quickly. And that is normal. Not every door will open, but some will. And those are the ones that matter. So here is your simple challenge. This week, start one small conversation. Just one. With someone at work, at school, in a shop, anywhere. One sentence. One small beginning. That's all. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create a small moment. Because every friendship, every opportunity, every connection started with one simple sentence. And you are capable of saying that sentence. You are capable of opening that door. Slowly, calmly, naturally. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. And the more you begin, the easier it becomes. Keep it simple. Keep it kind. Keep it real. I'll see you in the next episode.